qualitative study that I've done on my own. Right? I've been studying this culture for over 10 years. So I came with a qualitative study and started speaking, saying, man, y'all love gangsters, y'all love killers. Y'all don't say nothing when the rappers do it. As a matter of fact, y'all have made rappers idols.
Ask me who I killed before, like who told me they got an addy. Go, location, go, green light, go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming.
They idolize, homie, as if they're gods. Lil Durk them is responsible for killing people. King Von responsible for killing people. YSL responsible for killing people. How can y'all honor these men but discredit me and I ain't killed nobody? I came as a community activist who's been working with children in the community. I haven't committed crimes. I never shot a gun at a black man. I never sold dope in the black community. But I was discredited just for saying I'll call the police and I'm not a... I showed up saying I'm a civilian. I'm a father, homie, who's been raising my kids for the last 12 years. So I showed up with that image. Man, but here it is, they promote the rappers. They idolize and honor the rapper. So I'm saying, how can you say free Durk, nigga, when he took life?
Chicago rapper Lil Durk is arrested and charged in a murder-for-hire scheme. Prosecutors say he hired a crew who tracked, stalked, and attempted to murder a fellow rapper.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chaha, Kodash. I want to give double honors to that apostle, that is a great millstone, rule well and teach well, peace and blessing to you, sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in and week out, in our truth and sincerity. Now, that video clip you just saw was a clip of Charleston White, a well-known podcaster, YouTuber, and you know he's generally a nutcase, but you know some of the things that he says are very truthful, and or I should say have some truth to it. Okay, and you know what he was saying, you know, was on point concerning you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, because y'all glorify niggas like this that you see on the screen. And that nigga his rap name is called Little Durk. You know, and he's a popular Hollywood rapper. And why they keep putting little in front of these rap names is beyond me. You know, but that's neither here nor there. But he was indicted on, I believe, federal charges recently. And hey, like the saying goes, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, all right? And the scriptures speak about, you know, you reaping what you sow, you know, and because, I mean, you got a lot of these rappers that, you know, are out here, they're not just talking about the shit that they do, they're actually doing it, okay? You know, you do also have rappers that just talk a whole bunch of mess and really ain't about the life that they claim that they're living. Okay? Let's go to Galatians, the 6th chapter and the 7th verse. It says, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So Little Durk is reaping what he has sown. And he's sown nothing but wickedness. And he's persuading you Israelites to go out and get high, to sell drugs, to join a gang, you know, to be involved in idolatry, adultery, and all sorts of abominations, man. And Esau sets up these Hollywood rappers. Esau is behind black culture, okay? He puts the battery in the back of these niggas, gives them clout, gives them a name, gives them a background, okay? Tells them what to say, tells them what to wear, tells them how to talk, because he knows that you Israelites, like Charleston White said, idolizes these rappers, okay? And you try to emulate them. Matter of fact, real quick, let's go to, I'll jump right back to Galatians, the 6th chapter. Let's go to Isaiah, the 9th chapter, and let's go down to the 16th verse. It says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err. Hey, this nigga that you see on the screen, Little Dirk, he would be considered a leader of you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man. If Little Dirk, before he got ramped up on all these charges, and went out, if he went out and made a statement and said something to, you know, generally you so-called black people, hey, a lot of our people, a high percentage of our people will be listening, you know, and would take his words as truthful, as knowledge, as wisdom, right? It says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Yeah. See, you're being led of these leaders, okay, that are being set up by Esau Edom, which is ultimately leading you to destruction, man. Okay? Now let's jump back to that Galatians, and I want to play this video again because there's a couple things that Charleston White said that I wanted to, uh, make a couple statements and points on, and also go into some scriptures. Let's go back to Galatians, the 6th chapter. Let's go down to verse 7 again. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Okay? Here it is. You've been a gangbanger. You out here killing people, robbing and stealing. You know. Also telling your people to do things which they ought not. Okay, for monetary gain. Okay, for a little bit of money in your pocket. So now you're reaping. Verse 8, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. All right, now let's jump back into this video and get into some scriptures as well. So without further ado, here we go.
Right, I've been studying this culture for over 10 years.
And what is that culture that Charleston White is talking about? He's talking about black culture, man. Okay? Which black culture is nothing but wickedness. All right? And it's been set up by these wicked elites. They have gave you your culture. They have told you what to say. They've shows you how to act. Okay? They've told you how to dress. And how have they done that? Well, just like I brought out in Isaiah the 9th chapter, man, they have used a certain number, or I should say a small number of you Israelites to be put in the limelight, to be put on TV, to be put on these various different social media platforms, YouTube, etc. Okay? For, our people to idolize, for our people to listen to, for our people to receive so-called instructions from. Okay?
I came with a qualitative study and started speaking, saying, man, y'all love gangsters, y'all love killers. Y'all don't say nothing when the rappers do it. As a matter of fact, y'all have made rappers idols.
Ask me who I killed before, like who told me they got an addy. Call location, call green light, call. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming.
Yeah, he said that our people have made rappers idols. And that's very, very true, man. Our people worship these niggas in Hollywood, these niggas with a mic in their hand, okay? They idolize them. And these rappers have had, or I should say these rappers and the rap music, hip hop, and black culture as a whole has had a heavy influence on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to your detriment, to your demise. Let's go to Isaiah the 5th chapter in the 20th verse. This is Isaiah 5 and 20. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Because a lot of our people will just say, oh, it's just music. Oh, he's just talking. But our people don't understand, how in music and the things that you listen to influence the brain and the mind. These wicked elites fully understand it. Okay? It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Okay? And, a lot of our people are hypocrites as well. Because here it is, they'll say don't kill, don't steal, don't murder, don't do this, don't do that. But they'll support, a nigga like this, man. Okay? They'll support a nigga like this. They'll stand in his corner when he gets indicted, on racketeering charges, murder charges, all these various different things. Okay, and I, I don't know if he did it or not. Esau very well could be slapping him on the wrist for going against some of the instructions that he's received. Okay, because these niggas in Hollywood, they gotta go through a whole process, a whole order, a whole structure. It ain't just off your talent, you getting that far, to being a multi-millionaire. All right, it don't work like that in Hollywood. Okay, you have to get down with the get down. You have to go to the rooms. All right, you have to sit in the casting couch. You have to participate in the rituals. You got to go to the Hollywood parties. You gotta push the agenda. All right, that's how it goes in Hollywood, man. Okay.
Rappers do it. As a matter of fact, y'all have made rappers idols.
Ask me who I killed before, like who told me they got an addy. Guard location, guard green light.
Yeah, and rap music has gotten progressively worse over the years. All right. Rap music is horrible now, man. It's gotten worse, and every year it gets worse and worse and worse. And now you got this whole drill rap scene. What all they're talking about is killing and murder, and a lot of the things that they're talking about in their lyrics, they've actually done, and they're actually doing.
Guard location, guard green light, guard. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming.
Idolize, homie, as if they're gods. Lil Durk is responsible for killing people. King Von responsible for killing people. YSL responsible for killing people. How can y'all honor these men but discredit me and I ain't killed nobody? I came as the community activist who's been working with children in the community. I haven't committed crime. I never shot a gun at a black man. I never sold dope in the black community. But I was discredited just for saying I'll call the police and I'm not I showed up saying I'm a civilian. I'm a father, homie, who's been raising my kids for the last 12 years. So I showed up with that image. Man, but here it is, they promote the rappers. They idolize and honor the rapper. So I'm saying, how can you say free Durk, nigga, when he took life?
Chicago rapper Lil Durk is arrested and charged in a murder for hire scheme. Prosecutors say he hired a crew who tracked, stalked, and attempted.
He said, how can you say free Durk when he took life? Well, what you got to understand is these are the same niggas. These are the same niggas. These are the same Israelites that said, crucify him, crucify him. Speaking of Yahweh Shai, being thrown up on that cross. These are the same niggas, the same Israelites that brought Yahweh Shai before Pilate, all right, before the Romans, to be put to death. These are the same Jakes that told, Pilate to give them Barabbas, the one out of prison, the one out of jail, convicted on crimes. Give us the guilty one, let him free, okay, and put Yahweh Shai in the cross. And they said, let his blood be upon us and our children's children. Let's get that real quick. This is Luke 23 and verse 13. It says, and Pilate, and when he had called together the chief priests and the rulers of the people, said unto them, ye have brought this man unto me as of one that perverteth the people. And behold, I, having examining him before you, have found no fault in this man touching those things which of ye accuse him. So Pilate said, I see no fault in this man. But let's see what the people proceeded to say, which were Jakes, which were Israelites, man. It says, verse 15, no, nor yet Herod, for I sent you to him, and lo, nothing worthy of death is done unto him. I will therefore chastise him and release him. For of necessity he must release one unto them at the feast. And they cried out all at once, saying, away with this man, and release unto us Barabbas. And this was Jake saying this, man. Okay? Who for a certain sedition made in the city, and for murder was cast into prison. So they wanted Barabbas, who was a convicted murderer, to be set free, and for Yahushua, okay, who had, who did no wrong, who did no sin, to be thrown, or Salaki, to be, thrown up on the cross and put to death. Okay? It says, who for a certain sedition made in the city, and for murder was cast into prison. So you can correlate to today's day and age. Hey, these rappers go to prison and jail on these crazy charges, and even get found guilty. And our people are saying, free these niggas, man. It says, Pilate, therefore, willing to release Yahushua, spake again to them, but they cried, saying, crucify him, crucify him. All right, verse 22, and he said unto them the third time, why, what evil hath he done? I have found no cause of death in him. I will therefore chastise him and let him go. And they were instant with loud voices, requiring that he might be crucified. And the voices of them and of the chief priests prevailed, and Pilate gave sentence that it should be as they required. Okay, now let me skip down to the give me one moment. I want to find a point that I was bringing out. All right, let's go to the book of Matthew, 27th chapter, and let's go down to verse. Let's go down to verse 20. Let's go down to verse 20. It says, but the chief priest, it's Matthew 27 and 20, but the chief priests and the elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Yahushua. The governor answered and said unto them, whether of the twain will ye that I release unto you? They said, Barabbas. Pilate saith unto them, what shall I do then with Yahushua, which is called Hamashiach? They all say unto him, let him be crucified. And the governor said, why? What evil hath he done? But they cried out the more, saying, let him be crucified. When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. So he called Yahushua just. It says, verse 25, then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and our children. So Jake said, let his blood be upon us and our children. Okay? Then released he Barabbas unto them, and he had scourged Yahushua, he delivered him to be crucified. Okay? Let's play it. Let's get back to this video.
I haven't committed crimes. I never shot a gun at a black man. I never sold dope in the black community. But I was discredited just for saying I'll call the police, and I'm not a. I showed up saying I'm a civilian. I'm a father, homie, who's been raising my kids for the last 12 years. So I showed up with that image, man. But here it is. They promote the rappers. They idolize and honor the rapper. So I'm saying, how can you say free Dirk, nigga, when he took life?
Chicago rapper Lil Durk is arrested and charged in a murder-for-hire scheme. Prosecutors say he hired a crew who tracked, stalked, and attempted to murder a fellow rapper.
Yep. I got a couple scriptures I want to bring out. This is Proverbs 23 and 17. Let not thine heart envy sinners. Be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long. We're not supposed to envy these wicked niggas, man. All right? We're not supposed to envy or want to be like or emulate, these niggas we see on TV. Even though we might listen to some of these rap songs, etc. Ultimately we're in the mindset, okay, you know, and the understanding of what's really going on, okay, which the majority of our people do not have. It says, "Let not thine heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long." And the majority of our people, they don't fear Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. They don't fear the Lord, okay? "For surely there is an end, and thine expectation shall not be cut off. Hear thou, my son, and be wise, and guide thine heart in the way." And that word heart is concerning your mind, okay? "Hear thou, my son, and be wise, and guide thy heart in the way. Be not among wine bibbers, among riotous eaters of flesh." Okay? Now let's jump over to Jeremiah, the fourth chapter, and the 22nd verse. It says, "For my people is foolish." Yeah, Jake is foolish, man. Our people are very, very foolish. They're very, very stupid. They're very dumb. Esau, these wicked elites know that, man. Our people have been brought to a very, very low estate. And, Esau's at the point of not only having Jake, but all of these people, all the nations just eating out of the palm of his hand. Okay? It says, "For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding," man. It says, "They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." So Jake is wise to do evil. They have a degree. They're professionals at doing wickedness. And, these rappers, these niggas in Hollywood, what Jake sees on TV, which is all influenced by or is set up by Esau Edom, has had a heavy influence and a detriment to our people. Okay? It says they are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. These rappers aren't telling you how to do good according to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. They're not breaking down the scriptures. They're not going into the laws, the statutes, the commandments. They're not telling you to repent. They're not going into the prophecies, man. They're not telling you America's going to be destroyed. They're not telling you what the MOTB is. Okay? They're just telling you to dance around, live for the moment, be a mo, be a wicked nigga, sell drugs, gang bang, be one with the society, all in the same sentence, man. It says they are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge, man. Okay, and ultimately it's because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has blinded them, and he's used the God of this world. Let's get that real quick. And who is the God of this world? Who is the God of this world used on a high level against you Israelites, man? He's used Jake, man. Let's go to Salakia, bear with me. Let's go to 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter and the 4th verse. Let's go down to verse 3. It says, "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, and whom the God of this world," who is the God of this world? Esau Edom. Soon in Job 9 and 24, the Most High Yahweh has put so-called white man, mainly concerning these wicked elites, Edomite banking families, in a position of power. Okay, it says, "In whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not." Okay, so the majority of our people have been blinded, so they can't receive this precious wisdom and knowledge. It says, "Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them." Okay, so ultimately, the Lord does not want them to receive the mysteries, man. Like the Lord, like Yahweh Shai said, the mysteries of the kingdom were given to you. To them, it was not given. That's why, our Lord spoke in parables, because it wasn't for every Israelite to receive, man. It says, yeah, that's pretty much the point. Let me jump back to, matter of fact, let me go to Isaiah the 30th chapter and the 9th verse. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. They want to listen to a nigga like this. They want to listen to Little Durk, Little Wayne, Little Uzi Vert, Little Nas X. They want to listen to these little niggas. It says this is a rebellious people, talking about you Israelites, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. They don't want to hear what the prophets got to say. All right? They don't want to hear the Bible. They don't want to hear the scriptures. Okay? They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear lies, man. They want to hear things that feel good, man. They want to hear about smoking weed, doing drugs, popping pills. They want to hear about shaking their ass, going to the club, throwing up money. They want to hear about stacks on debt. That's what they want to hear about, man. They want to hear about things that are vanity, that are unprofitable, okay? That are meaningless, that have no substance to them, okay? They don't want to hear about anything eternal. It says, say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. So they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear nothing right, Hey, we're out there in the highways and byways and on the street corners. Jake walked by all day long, man. Jake walked by for 2-3 hours. Let one of these rappers be out on the street corners, man. He ain't even gotta talk. He ain't even gotta speak. He can just stand there, and there'll be crowds of Jake from one end of the block to the other end of the block, man. Trying to get an autograph, trying to get close, trying to listen to, one of these niggas with a little bit of fame can say something, and people listen to it like it's like it's law. It says, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things. It says, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So our people want to hear lies. They want to hear deceits. Okay, they want to hear the smooth words. And you even got our people amongst our people that know they're Israelites, that consider themselves teachers. All right, speaking smooth things unto Jake. Verse 11, get you out the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. They don't want to hear about Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They don't want to hear about repentance, okay? Because that goes against, everything that they love in this world, because they're adamant on trying to be one with this world. And like James 4:4 says, and you trying to be one with this world and one with this society and try to, be all peaches and cream, you have made yourself an enemy to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It says, verse 12, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, they despise the truth, and even, how Charleston White said, they even despise, things that are, good on a carnal society level, so to speak, if that makes sense, Here it is. He said, he ain't never done this, and he's, a family man, whatever the case may be, and a little background on Charleston White. He used to be, or he still is, he was an activist in the community, and he had a whole different type of look. He had a whole different type of gimmick, but he even said this himself. He wasn't getting the views. He wasn't getting, people wasn't listening to him, on the most part. So he switched his style up. And that's why he comes with this whole gimmick, this whole act. Because that's all it is. He's just putting on an act, to get the attraction, so to speak, man. It says, and trust in oppression and perverseness. Our people trust in oppression and perverseness, man. All right? And stay thereon. Verse 13, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Yeah, everything that our people have put their faith and trust into concerning, the ways of this world, the modern day Pharaoh, it's all gonna come to an end, man. America, black culture, all that's coming to an end. It ain't gonna last. you know, black culture, holidays, Halloween. Right about now, people are getting ready to throw on an outfit that came out of a cartoon or a movie and go, act like some shit they saw on TV right about now, man. And really they're just participating in a ritual, you know, trick or treat. Hey, do your research on trick or treat, man. Okay, I mean, you can do your research on Halloween also, but if you want to specify, going into that trick or treat, that it goes into witchcraft when these witches, used to put shit in the candy, man. And you would either get a treat or you would get a trick, and you can do your own research on it. But it says, and he shall break it as a breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a slaki. Let me read that again. So that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a sherd to take fire from the hearth, or to take water without out of the pit. Okay? So, there you had it. That's all the scriptures I had lined up. Oh yeah. Let's close out on one more scripture. Let's go to 2 Chronicles. And I believe we closed out on this scripture at camp this week. This is Salaki, bear with me 1 minute. 2 Chronicles. Yeah, 2 Chronicles, the 15th chapter and the 13th verse. It says that whosoever will not seek the Lord Yahweh power of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. All right. So there you have it, man. 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to be destroyed, man. Okay, and rightfully so. And Lord willing, we are part of that elect number and get saved from the great destruction that's going to take place via the intercontinental ballistic missiles and the concentrated fire, the laser beams that come from the chariots. Lord willing, you edified. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chaha Quadash. Double honors to the head apostles, elders, a great millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and blessing to you, sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth. To the next time, Shalom.